So you called me here today to talk about working on people who were directly in the war zone, right? Would you like to tell me where they came from?
They came from the kibbutzim that were attacked, and the terror action. I'm not sure exactly who will I meet there, but they're the people that are they came from there, the kibbutzim that were attacked.
So these are people that see that you're coming, or a bunch of different people, practitioners are coming or signing up.
Yeah. Like volunteering practitioners that work through touch.
Right. With touch. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that's good. That's people who are willing to be touched in some way. They might not know what it's like, because there's a while where, so that's a good selection of people who at least are willing to step in themselves. So wonderful that you are doing that. It's the first time you're going there?
Yeah.
So it's in a hotel where they've been brought.
I'm not sure what is the organization. There's a few hotels. Maybe there is one hotel where the treatments are happening, when they have place they settled for this.
Yeah.
Okay. By now it's pretty organized. I'm signing into something that is happening already.
I see. And are you bringing a table or a mat, or what are you bringing?
There are tables there, not Feldenkrais tables like I'm used to work with, more like massage tables. I don't know, I thought to bring some pillows, maybe a mat. Didn't exactly think about this yet. I'm more thinking about I don't know, to find something inside of me that, because it's clear for me that there's a few things that that are clear for me, like clarity. I need the clarity of touch is one thing that I feel is important. Even if it's like a light touch or a strong, because it's Feldenkrais, it's still like a light touch, but I should remember to be very clear and not being in a search mode there.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the most stable thing I have with me, the clarity.
Well, it's so nice because, I mean, as much as we're clear, once we touch, the engagement starts, and whatever happens. So but it's nice for you to have an image of a funnel that your touch is clear and they can do whatever they want, versus you have more of a range, you can be more explorative, and then they can focus it in. So it's nice that but yeah, and then each touch is a immediate experience for them, and to not hold back and not be too tentative, not be like, okay, I'm not sure, that's beautiful. You're like, I'm touching you, I'm taking responsibility for that.
Yeah.
And that's it, not like that it has to be right. The journey begins, not what you do is right, but that you are taking your part of it. You're like, okay, I'm touching you, and anything could happen: relief, pain, crying, rejection, everything can happen, which is the gift you're giving this person. Is that when they're touched, they might go, oh my God, I have to cry immediately, or oh my God, I can't feel you, or oh no, don't touch me yet, or but you have a pre-selected group that will at first some sense of interaction, but that's the freedom you're giving, is that they are now in a place where they're allowed to respond naturally and not hide their feelings, or they are in a position where they can ask for lighter, deeper, take your hands away now. Everything is about them experiencing you, like completely different situation where you're you have respect and you have resiliency. They don't have to have resiliency, you do. You have breath. They're not leading, you're also not, maybe not leading, but you're offering something specific. They don't have to know what to do, and they're I don't know, I keep saying free, like you care what's going on with them. That's the counter to their experience. So I think one of the biggest challenges there is for you not to be afraid, and for you not to be worried, like I don't know, I'm just talking. So it's just like when you meet a child and sometimes and they're so cute and they're playing, and you go with them, and then they change and they like go to their mom, and you don't get to play with them or something, like so maybe think of them more like that, like you might not get to play, or you might suddenly be asked to play really deep, or you'll be surprised that you're just giving a session, and that's good. So whatever you have to do in yourself to not show terror of their experience or of your abilities, or measure yourself, your own abilities all the time. I know you measure very much, you care very much that people are okay, and that you're kind, but you're also amazingly intelligent. And so I want you to focus on that, and that for you, there's a multi-dimensional experience that you have in dance and in movement that I want you right now to just imagine into them. So you don't have to be responding to the surface. You can do that. Just sit, engage with them as like a multi-level, multi-dimensional, really intelligent, like with parts that are in sync and out of sync, story, landscape, human. There you go. So not every reaction is like the whole thing. It's like
Yeah.
many colors. And I think I want you to focus on your ability to be that. And to have multiple dimensions going on. One is the real touch, one is the understory, one is the, you know, like there's many things going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying.
Does that feel good to think of it? Or interesting?
Yeah, it feels like like a quality that could be would be good to 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 strengthen, maybe,
Mhm.
before, like to be remind myself of it, like to I feel it gives me some space for I don't know, space separation that
Mhm.
keeps me in I don't
I see it
in
in
this place that can see a bigger picture.
yeah, I see it in your
I don't
face,
know
in
exactly.
your
See also the untold things.
yeah. Yeah. And you are sitting in the same boat as you are.
Not to take personally things.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Good. Yes, that's good for you. Whew, everybody. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And you are in the same boat. This did not happen to you and your family, but you are Israeli. You are in Israel. You are you're not a foreigner. You're not, you know it in your blood. You, you don't, yeah, you're not a stranger. That's what I want to say. You know,
Yeah.
from the same tribe. Um, and you're willing to
Mm.
God, there's a door with glass.
What?
There's a real door with glass.
Yes.
Wow, a sliding door. That's beautiful. Just a flap. Beautiful. Um, yeah, so that feels good. I have to say the other thing that's coming to me is I really use the developmental patterns a lot in assessing a person. So I can see if they're like stuck in like someone might be stuck in spinal, but the spine is frozen. So they're not using their arms or legs and they're like this. It's not like everything's it's like just this is frozen in the inside. So, just at some point being able to move the spine, but not yet move all the body, or finding the belly breath, the navel radiation, just I'm pausing because of internet. So sometimes looking at them and saying, like, maybe they're like, like this, so that's homolateral. And the profound thing about movement therapy is that you actually allow them to move in that pattern and fulfill that expression of the moment, and then it integrates. So one reason we use in somatic body and in movement therapy, we use movement is to capture those moments and these developmental patterns are like crystallizations of a multi-dimensional experience of the moment of that baby. So, you know, homolateral is a push pattern, but it's differentiated one side and the other. It's being able to make this, it might be stuck in, should I do, what should I do? Or it could just be like they can't settle or they can't move into contralateral, but it's not so much moving to the next one, although it's good to know what's before it and what's after it to see what needs support. But they're so strong, these developmental patterns, you know, they're neurocellular. So the body has an experience of them that allows so many other things to click in. It's really a 3 or 4 dimensional experience. So it has a relationship with it and to the world and to people, to community. So I just encourage you to also, like, I know you do, and well, in Feldenkrais you do things and then you let the person's self-organize, right? But sometimes you
Yeah.
But that's what the developmental patterns do. They like the client doesn't need to know consciously that they're dealing with a push pattern and that they're dealing with you push and part of that pattern, any push pattern, is that they're collecting their power and putting it in one place and pushing, which is a very simple, powerful move if you're in this post-trauma situation, to take one moment and like push away.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to understand, like, yeah, it went through my mind and I was wondering how can I bring it in the Feldenkrais session, the giving resistance, like not just the letting go, but also feel like the power of the body resist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that you're versatile enough to, you know, offer a position where they actually do a push. Like,
Yeah.
you know, okay, now we're going to put our hands and we're going to push our body up or away, or you can switch into, you know, somatic body developmental movement pattern, or you can use a ball and push. You can be the counter and push the ball. One of my colleagues who I learned from a lot, she has people who were in trauma like run away. She had children who were abused, like get to run away. Like what they couldn't do, they couldn't run away. And it would be in a big room in a dance studio, right? And it was like running around the room. Just running away. Just to say, like, or pushing away, like it wasn't safe to push away. So you can push yourself away. You go away from, okay, that wasn't safe. What wasn't safe, and now it's safe to do it. So safe. So, so those underlying themes might be there when they are pushing, because they might have been like in withdrawal. So finding the yield to a push is like countering that. But before that is just the next you guys work a little bit with reflexes, right? The next thing before the push isn't pushing away, but just even meeting the surface. So you're like babies kicking. They're not really standing or walking, but they're kicking. They're like meeting the earth. So if their body can meet a surface and know they exist. So I mean, you're not trained to do this, but like taking all the power of, let's say, the liver or the organ, and like saying no as a counter to everything that happened might be something someone automatically starts doing, and it's great. It's great to do it. So maybe it doesn't sound very Israeli, honestly, but when it's really not safe and they were really not, there's no place to really even be angry. So maybe you should why don't you prepare with your yield to push? I think that would be good. It's maybe not your favorite. Is it your favorite? How are you with yield to push?
Not, no, it's not always my favorite, but
Yeah,
the yielding, I'm just at the yielding.
okay. So then you go from the yielding, you're showing a little bit of like falling, joining, but then there's the active yield. So there's yielding and there's what you do with your family. Like you yield, but you engage. You're
Yeah.
not like pushing all the time, but you're engaging. You're like meeting so that you're really having a conversation. You're meeting so you're really eating food. So you're really talking with each other. You're not just talking and talking. You're meeting, your conversation is meeting. So that's the active yield. And yeah, I think then you don't have to know so much. If you I would suggest you prepare, just with a yield, enjoy your yield, and then make it more active, and then have some push in it. And that is feeling your own power without fear.
Yes, this sounds good. It sounds good for me. I don't know.
It also, yeah, so that I think that's beautiful. I think you're beautiful already, but I think that's a good preparation because that gives people, without knowing it, the feeling that you're stable and that you will take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And they can be strong, but you're strong, but you're not pushing them. But if something would happen, they wouldn't feel like you would fall over or cry or whatever. It's just like, okay, which is who you are. You wouldn't fall over. And by the way, I don't think crying with someone is a bad thing as a practitioner. I think some things are just so horrible that if someone would tell you a story, I think it's okay to stay alive and stay with that active yielding, but it's okay to have compassion. If someone would tell you a story and and they cry, you can cry with it. You can do whatever you want. I'm just as an example. You don't have to, whatever you do to stay with them, it doesn't need to be like unbending or neutral or overseeing. You're not overseeing this. Their life is so much bigger than that, but in that moment you have your own source and strength and compassion, but you won't fall into the compassion into them. You will yeah. So let's maybe talk about what specifically you could do to do the yield to push. And do it for maybe 5 more minutes and we'll stop. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm. What again did you?
So I'm just saying, why don't you do yield to push in the next few days and just do it one or two of the possibilities right now.
Now?
Yeah.
Mm.
So right now
Just,
you're sitting. Right now you're sitting, right? And you
mhm.
have one hand on the floor.
Yeah.
You now do, yeah, or put one hand on the floor. You're just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's yielding. You're
Mhm.
such a good yielder. So yeah. So pushing doesn't mean pushing away. It means giving it more power. It's acknowledging the strength and the possibility in it. It's like I've been seeing them build these like huge stone columns. It's like making a column of stone into the ground. And feel that push come up through your fingers, your hand, your palm, and go up through the bones of your wrist, your lower arm, into your shoulder, into your chest, into your spine, and feel how, yeah, let it grow. Until you can actually move your center from your hand. Yeah. Just notice your tone before you know, release it if you want to release it or keep it or switch hands.
Mm.
And you could even, yeah, how is that?
Mm. Oh, it it feels good. It feels that it relates to me. How do I say it?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's an open door in this quality
Mm-hmm.
for me to be. I feel like from this 1 minute of moving, all my left side is relaxed.
Wow.
My left shoulder, my left arm. Wow. Just from this like down and up movement,
Wow.
gravity.
Wow. So one of the key moments is that finally the place where you meet interacts with your center.
Mm.
All along the way. It was beautiful to watch. And that's where you could push off from the outside and move your center. But push is the ability to experience more power, to build more power. So, and when we get off, you can do the other side.
Mm-hmm.
There also might be an interest to pull, to hold on, to be pulled out, pull, to want life, to so you could bring something that they could pull on, and if it comes up, you're ready. I in America I have this really thick piece of yellow rope, Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other solution, of course, so you can pull yourself out or you can reach out. You can actually now leave. So if they're still stuck in a room, like they can reach and go out of where they don't want to be now. Now they're in safety. They can reach and go out. That's walking contralateral. So these are the somatic body ways developmentally of seeing you know, how to locomote, how to move through space, how to move through life, how to initiate change, freedom. Yes. And have, you know, just as you saw, we did something very simple and it was very powerful. So I think you have good good measurement with what you do, but more is not always better.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. The yield and push, it gives me, I don't know how to explain it. Give me like a wide couch to sit on.
Yeah, good. That's what you want for a client. Then they're not distracted by you. They trust you. They're like, wow, she's a white cow. I can like stop thinking about them. All right. Well, I actually find this whole conversation, I can send it to you, very lovely and interesting. And maybe it is nice to share in the group. I can send it to you and you can decide.
Okay. Yeah.
You think it's fine? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
All right.
Thank you so much, Christine.
I send some of my heart desires with you there.